Guys, we're back with another reaction video. So how this works is there's a video that we have not seen before. So you're gonna see our live reaction. We'll pause it along the way, I'm sure. We'll tell you the good, the bad, the things we like, the things we don't. You'll see the things we're right about and the things we're wrong about. So make sure you leave it in the comments and let us know what you think. All right, Kelly, Shahina, you ready?
Ready.
Yep, we're ready.
Hello.
Hey. I don't know who that is.
You know who that is?
No.
Who's your girlfriend or your baby mama?
The lady we just saw.
The lady
we
right
can
here.
see.
First of all, that's my wife, Margaret.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
And who?
Kanama.
Who
So
are you looking
who's
for?
this?
102. Can you go with the mother's name?
What's the problem?
So we're here on a welfare check. We have to make sure she's okay.
We received a call from North Bay for the incident that occurred earlier.
What incident?
Copy.
Look right there. Supposed to be investigated if y'all investigating something. There. 9 years, U.S. Army.
It's like a
Now, what's the
duplex.
Okay. What's your first name?
problem? I don't have to identify myself to you, do I? Am I under investigation? You want to
No.
tell me what's going on?
102. Can you
Don't knock
confirm the
on my
address?
window.
Can you come out here?
No, she can't come out there. Y'all need to tell me what's going on. This is my house.
They're
We're here
advising
for a
that
welfare
this
check.
is not the right address.
Welfare checks are what?
No,
Hi, ma'am.
I got it.
Ma'am.
Y'all violating my rights right now.
No, we're
Actually,
not.
We're not, dude.
Yes, you are, because
No,
you're
we're
not
not.
telling me know who
Okay,
that is.
okay.
I just said it to you.
Listen to me, dude. We're not violating your rights.
You are.
How?
Because you,
Which
you,
right?
you-
Which,
you-
which civil right are we violating?
Why is he raising
So
his voice?
we are here on
you
a
threatening
welfare
me?
check.
I can go inside my
We are
house.
here on a welfare check
I
that
don't
was
know
called
who
in
that
by
is.
North Bay over
You
a
said that
child.
already. I don't know what that
Well,
means.
Stop talking. Let me talk.
I don't have
Over
to stop
a child
talking.
that
Freedom of speech,
ingested
right?
that ingested.
Why is he? I don't like. I don't like him.
A person
He's raising
that
his voice at me
ingested
right now.
or nail polish. Okay.
Okay, so we're
We come here. Your
to
baby's
check
right
on
there.
Okay,
We're
I'm,
trying
Your
to-
wife.
I'm going to talk to you. First of all, you came to my house and said, "Is that my girlfriend or my baby mama?" That's my wife. So
Okay.
that's disrespectful starting off.
All right, sir. So
That was disrespectful starting off, and,
Okay,
and then
I
he's raising his
understand.
voice at me.
okay, I understand.
So now I can raise my
So
voice,
look-
right?
So, no, you can eat it.
What's his problem?
Okay, okay.
Nah,
said
I need
eat
your
a dick.
badge numbers. I'm sorry.
I didn't hear that.
I swear I heard him say eat a dick.
Who said that?
The cop. No, you can eat a dick.
Oh, wow.
I want to go back.
Yeah.
I missed that.
I know.
What-
When someone tells me to eat a dick.
What were they saying about the baby? Were they saying that she ingested nail polish?
I've been told to eat a dick. The whole bag of dicks many times.
Off, and,
Okay,
and then
I
he's raising his
understand.
voice at me.
Okay, I understand.
So now I can raise my
So
voice,
look-
right?
So, no, you can eat it.
Oh, yeah.
What's his problem?
Okay.
Let's just sort of level set here. Cops knock on the door. They say it's a welfare check. I'm not sure if it seems to have something to do with the baby, something to do with the mother, right? They tried because
They called her a baby mama.
right the way they approached it, right? But I don't know what they're saying is wrong. Now, yes, if they're saying if the sort of information that the police are working on is that somebody's drowning in a bathtub, right, or been shot or something like that. I think the aggressive sort of we got to get in the house because there's imminent life at danger. Yes, exigent circumstances, right. If not, like there was a pushing and shoving match earlier, then I don't think they should be bowling past this guy to come in the door, and they should be trying to sort that out.
I agree with you. I think it depends on what the allegation for the welfare check is.
Yes.
Also, if it is like a child ingesting nail polish and needs immediate medical attention, why wouldn't an ambulance?
Yeah,
That's
EMT
true.
should
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just heard the nail polish thing. I guess
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what they're saying, but
Okay.
so
Let's go back to the eat a dick thing.
Yeah, so the circumstances
friendly.
matter, right? Like all interactions with anybody, forget police, forget legality, any interaction, there are certain.
It's all about the way you handle it.
It's right.
That's
and-
our number one motto to everybody on this channel.
It is, and there are absolutely legitimate times where your tone and circumstance with somebody need to be turned up, but most of the time it's more of. Unless it is exigent circumstances, someone's life's in danger, then you're probably going to get a little further off talking to them normally. And eat a dick is probably not recommended.
Right.
Okay.
Nah, I need your badge numbers. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'll give you my badge number. But so the reason we're here is to
Now
make
you're
sure
telling me the
somebody
reason
is
after you told me to
okay.
eat it.
So you told me to eat it, right? Marler?
I messed up. I apologize.
Now that you on film, you messed up.
No,
so
you
you haven't violated any of my rights.
no,
the
sir.
first thing you said to me coming here was,
So,
is
sir.
that my baby mama or my girlfriend?
Sir,
Then he
so
started raising
you're
his
called
voice
the
at
call
me.
from North Bay.
Pause. I need your name and your
Pause.
badge number.
Officer Conway, 107.
Thank you. I need your name and your badge
Officer
number.
Marler 102. We received
He said he's not violating any of my rights, yet he came to my house and he said, is that my baby mama or my girlfriend?
So what did you hear about the address? I missed that part. I was
They-
too busy focused on the dicks.
When he originally a couple minutes back said if you're looking for anybody, you need to be looking over there, and that's when I said, are they in a duplex? Because it seemed like they panned over to a different house, and then I heard them call into dispatch about the address.
He said to me. Then he raised his voice at me.
You want to
Ma'am,
make sure the kid is okay.
We're
He
here
told me
to
to
check
eat it,
on a
then.
female.
That's because I'm
Okay.
recording.
Is your child
Did
okay?
you or
What's
did
your
you
name?
not tell me to eat?
Is your child okay?
Did you or did you not tell me
Is
to
your
eat?
okay? Did your child?
He don't want to answer because that's what he said to me, Marler. And she's at my window. I told you not to go to my window.
She can go to the window.
Close the blinds.
Do you have a 14-year-old son?
Close the blinds.
Hold on, sir.
Close the blinds.
Sir, do you have a 14-year-old son?
Close the blinds.
I would also be very
Close the
suspect
blinds,
if
I'm
he
not-
doesn't want to give them any
Yeah.
information
Yeah.
about the kids. If I had a child and the police came and said, I got a welfare check on your
Totally.
child, I would be like, here they
Yeah.
are,
Right.
and
Yeah.
they're doing great.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I could I'd be like, take one if you want. They're bothering the shit out of me,
Yeah.
you know?
Going in the house.
Are your
Close the
children okay,
blinds.
ma'am? Are your children okay?
Okay.
Do they look okay, guy? He's asking if my children are okay. They're asking me who is Giselle and who's the 14-year-old boy. Who the f is that? Who the f are y'all talking about?
We're gonna leave now.
Give me 1
Why? Because I
second.
gotta eat it. That's why you leaving
We're
now?
gonna leave now.
That lends credibility to the police. They're like, I'm not here to just cause trouble. I'm not here to make arrests. I had a legitimate call. That somebody's in distress. I see they're not in distress. I'm out of here.
I think in the homeowner's defense, it all started off negatively with the baby mama comment, and then he was angry and frustrated and didn't know why they were there. And then it didn't help when the officer told him to eat a dick, and then it's just you couldn't recover from
No.
that.
Right. Exactly.
It would have been a lot better if they said, is the mother of your child home?
Yeah. Or
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. At best, when the officer using the baby mama thing is trying to be cool and relatable,
Yeah,
the most generous interpretation,
for sure.
the more likely and loaded interpretation is that, it's got racist undertones, obviously, right? Or overtones, because it's not that,
Yeah.
it's pretty overt. And so I don't blame the guy for being mad about that. It's easy for me to sit here and be like, dude, just handle it. This is the cops actually have your best interest. This is just about your kids, and then they're gonna walk away.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's true.
Who's the 14-year-old boy here? That's my wife and my two
I don't know
daughters.
who the 14
My family was here all day. We had a good day. You're here telling me to eat it.
I don't know who the 14-year-old is.
Okay.
I don't know who Giselle the 14-year-old boy is either.
Okay.
I told you I did 9 years in the military. That's a Sergeant Hawkins.
Okay, we
You told me to
appreciate
eat.
this.
So good.
Okay,
Thank
give me
you
a
for telling me to eat it.
Please,
After I
please
fucking served
walk
you
away.
for 9 years, you. How about
Marler.
you get the fuck off
I
my
served as
property?
well.
Marler.
I don't give a. You were probably a piece of. If you served and you telling
Okay.
people to eat it, you probably was a piece of.
All right.
You can get the out of here. That's what you can do, Marler. You eat it.
Okay. Let me explain, because we may
You
have
said
been.
you told me to eat it.
Can I explain to you?
Honey, you told me to do.
I need you to come down so you're not serious.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Okay.
You're right.
So we
right. Wife's
got
right.
a call.
Always.
Now she's telling me what happens now.
I was
After all
trying
of
to-
that, now
We're
she's
trying to
telling me what
explain from the
happened.
beginning.
Okay, I'm sorry. Tell Kennedy Papa is sorry. Okay. Kennedy's scared. They made me scare my daughter.
You're not Giselle?
No,
Okay,
Stop
so
asking that.
go to North Bay today.
What the is that? Get in the house. What the are y'all talking about? Nobody knows what y'all are talking about.
Well-
You never explained. You started asking questions. He said, is that my girlfriend or my baby mama?
Okay, I apologize for that. Okay, I'm here to clarify. So we got a call. That is this address, correct?
That is this
Okay,
address.
so it may have been a miscommunication between North Bay and our dispatch. So we got a call that we needed to check on a woman, Giselle. Okay, a 3-year-old was brought into the hospital because she ingested nail polish remover. Okay,
We don't know anything about any of that.
and that is absolutely fine. So this
I
just got
know,
a little out of hand.
but you don't come to somebody's house and say, is that your baby mama or your girlfriend? You know
right,
what?
and I
Eat it.
understand. I completely understand
You're
that.
supposed to be
It was
professional.
I'm trying my best to be
And if
professional.
you're doing fine, but that guy, I don't know what Side of the bed he woke up on.
This all went downhill from the very first interaction. If they had done what she just did from the get-go, hey, we're here about, whatever. A woman named Giselle and her daughter, they went to North Shore today, nail polish remover. We have no idea what you're talking about. That's not us. Okay. And then on to actually help the people who need the help.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of this whole long screaming interaction.
Yes. Avoidable, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
And like you said, it's all about the way you handle it.
it is. And, this gentleman certainly seems, and this is an assumption, a bit predisposed to not trusting the police, right? Like he was, and he may have good reason for that, and that's fine. But from the perspective of a police officer, that there are plenty of people out there, many watch this channel, who do not trust the police,
This
right?
was in 2020 too. I think that at that time they all should have been operating like that's
Right.
the presumption.
So if you're the officer, that there are plenty of people out there like that, that have these preconceived notions, good or bad, right or wrong. But your goal as a police officer in this scenario is to actually preserve the life and welfare of a child. Then you kind of got to approach it right from the get-go. Assume that they don't trust you, and the only way to overcome that is to be courteous and logical.
Female officer suggests that he file a complaint, but Austin is trying to convey that she should be the one reporting Marler. It's not the responsibility of the victim to report the officer. It's the responsibility of the officer's superior to hold them accountable for their actions.
I understand, but
You don't come to somebody's house and disrespect them like that.
I-
This needs
so-
to be put in the notes. We used to call it an AAR, after action
And that is
report.
fine.
I don't know if y'all do AARs.
you have
but
our badge
this
numbers.
ain't cool.
Okay, you
Yeah.
have our badge numbers.
But
You
that's,
can
come on. That's all. Do I really want to go through all that?
I don't know.
Do I
It's up
really
to
want
you,
to go
sir.
through all that?
But
I know.
if everything's okay, I'm trying to settle this so that we can leave.
know.
And that you don't have a bad taste on us.
It's not settled because he left. That's just so it's not going to be settled.
I asked him to walk away so that me and you could have
I
a
know, but he
conversation.
walked away on his own after he told me to eat it, and you seen it. So how
Okay.
do you fix that?
That was
You can't
inappropriate.
fix it. He can fix it, but
Okay,
he's
would
an
you like-
asshole or something, so he's not going to fix it.
Okay, well, here's the deal. Clearly, we came to the wrong address. I apologize for that. Okay?
I don't know what North Bay is. I don't know
North
who Giselle
Bay
is.
is a hospital.
Right, but I'm talking about in this situation.
Okay.
I don't know what a North Bay is. I don't know what a Giselle is. I don't know what a 3-year-old nail polish is. I don't know what a 14-year-old boy is. I told you that multiple times, and since y'all are investigating, I have my degree in criminal justice, so I know about investigation 101. I actually am master's
this is-
educated.
this-
I've actually started
okay.
a doctorate this fall, and I just got my intelligence insulted because I said, y'all are violating basic rights right
we
now.
are not violated. We got called here.
Did they violate any of his rights?
No.
No, they didn't. I mean, officers are human. They work on imperfect information during an investigation. Do I wish they didn't go to the wrong house? Of course, right?
And
Is
they
it-
should have treated him a lot more respectfully. From
Absolutely,
the get-go.
absolutely.
And also
Mistakes were
this-
made.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, they didn't, knock down the door and go into his house and violate his privacy.
Right. They knocked on the door. He stepped out on his
Right.
own. They said some rude things to him, right? Which he
Right.
has every right to be upset about, but it's not a violation of his civil rights when
No.
someone's rude to you.
Everything they saw was in plain view with the wife and the kids and stuff. So
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
What do you guys think about him saying that it's her duty to report her colleague versus his job to report an incident like this?
from what the person said on the video or whatever, the supervisor's duty, which that makes a lot more sense. I mean, typically the police are partners. They work together every day. They have each other's back for safety reasons. So if you feel like you can't trust your partner because you said something, obviously rude and stuff, but that you're going to get reported for that, that's not good for them and their relationship. If I was her, I mean, even us, if you said something rude to somebody, I wouldn't want to be like, Derek, Shahina,
happens a lot. So yeah, I think it depends on what the policy is. I have no idea what this department's policy is, right? I would assume that there is some duty under the law, or at least under the employment contract, right, or under the oath that the officers take to report some observed illegality, right?
Mm-hmm.
If this officer planted drugs, right, the male officer, the female officer has some responsibility to report that. Again, I said I don't think anything illegal was done here by the officers. They were rude. They could have conducted themselves better. Is she obligated to report that? I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I mean, he knew he messed up. He said so right away, like, I'm sorry, that wasn't right. I would have a
Yeah.
conversation with her, like, come on, man, like, you made that whole situation worse. You got to be careful in the
Right.
future, just one-on-one. But would I run to my supervisor and say that he said he did? No. And would I expect her to? No.
No. And now he can certainly file a complaint.
Yeah.
Yes. Officers get complaints filed on them all the time. And that's where, you know, supervisor roles, right, should absolutely investigate that. And I think they would be totally within their right to pull that off the male officer and say, hey, you know, you didn't do anything illegal. You didn't violate his civil rights, but you handled that situation way wrong. And we expect more of our officers. And then do whatever they do. Terminate them at worst. That's up to them.
Yeah.
At best, retraining or something,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's up to them in terms of how his record is, how he handles it, all that stuff. That's just an internal sort of manner in terms of how you want your officers acting out there on the force. But I'd say the main takeaway is that there's actually nothing that he did illegal or as a violation of civil rights, as I see it.
I agree.
You
Right
didn't
to be
get
here.
called here because everything you're
We
asking
did.
me is
North
nothing to
Bay.
do with
Okay.
here.
Okay, I'm explaining to you. So if you're not that person and your children are fine and your wife is not
I
having a
told
mental
you that.
breakdown, then I'm going to leave, okay?
Right, and I explained that.
But you were
But
talking
you-
over us and you're
you
not letting
continue-
us speak.
but I did,
Okay,
I
I'm
did.
going to leave now because clearly this isn't you're not
Right,
understanding.
I could have left too, but
Okay.
I told you I was trying to help, and I am understanding, but I don't think you
You
understand.
have not tried to understand. You yelled at us this whole time.
No, I didn't. I yelled at you after you raised his voice at me. Your partner raised his voice at me.
As for the latest update, Austin filed a personal complaint form
Yeah.
online and went to the precinct in person, but unfortunately the lobby was closed to the public since March 17th.
I mean, that's what he's got to do, right?
Right.
He's got to file the complaint. He can go talk to a sergeant, whatever.
Yeah. After they determined that they were at the wrong house and everyone within that house was safe, everything after that was just totally unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Second
mean, just
that.
people vent. But people
Yeah.
are charged emotionally, and let them vent and try to repair the relationship as best you can. Move on. All right, let's grade all three parties involved, right? Both officers and then the homeowner. Let's go first with maybe one of the easier ones, the male officer, Kelly.
I would say an F. I mean, he handled that whole situation very poorly with, the baby mama comment, the eat a dick comment that just escalated the whole situation. More importantly, though, it seems to us like somebody was in danger and time just kept ticking on and on and on because you weren't able to control your emotions and handle the situation and get the information that you need to. And that's his job.
Yeah.
So
It's sort of the ripple effect of, not conducting that investigation the right way. There could be someone else out there who's, had another child in danger for
Yeah.
a longer period of time because of it. Shahina?
The officers, yeah, I would second it's an F. It was a wellness check. It got nowhere to the point where he had to just walk away.
Right.
They could have done that like 2 minutes into the
Yeah.
start
Right.
of it. So the way he handled it was really bad. I think it should have started with why they're there to make sure everyone's okay. And if and it seemed like the partner was like, hey, I don't even know if we're at the right address. So like they knew it from the get-go that they're at the
Agree.
wrong place. So they could have avoided this entire interaction. And like for us, it's 7 minutes, 43 seconds. But for them, I'm guessing it was like about 25 minutes.
Yeah, it seems longer, right? Yeah.
The other thing is too, like we talked about how the homeowner maybe has had bad experiences with the police. Like this didn't make it any better.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
Wasn't he in the military?
yeah,
He
he
was,
was in the
yeah.
military. He said he served the country,
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like he probably expects a level of professionalism from the police that he didn't get.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when they're just randomly knocking on your door from his perspective, right? Yeah, I agree. The officer gets a failing grade. I'll give him it's all about your grading scales, right? I'm going to reserve my Fs for, police brutality and stuff, right? But I'll give him a D because, yes, he could have approached that far better. And like you said, I like that idea or that idea resonates with me that, like, not only did he piss off an innocent person, family here, but the job that they came for is still not accomplished at this point. So it gets a failing grade there. How about the female officer, Kelly?
I'm gonna give her a C for the reason you just said. She went there to do a job and she didn't accomplish that job in like the quickest, most efficient manner. But that being said, she did have the coolest head. It seemed like she was trying to de-escalate the situation between, you know, her partner and the homeowner. It seemed like too she was trying to like really figure out like, are we at the wrong house? What should we do? So for that reason, I would give her a C.
I would give her a B. I think she tried her best. I think the partner took the lead from the beginning, and she was trying to look into the window, talk to the spouse who was at the window with her 2 kids.
Good
She was
point.
trying to resolve it and try to explain everything. And plus, she wasn't trying to defend her partner the entire time. She's like, I'm not going to complain. Why don't you do it? She's like, all right, you know, that's right. Here is you have our badge numbers. You can reach out to our supervisor, go complain. Like, you're well within your authority to go ahead and do it. So I think she handled it well. She tried to de-escalate it at the partner walk away, or else she could have made it worse, because sometimes partners feed off each other and like try to make it worse. But she's like, hey, walk away. I got this.
Yep. I almost want to give her an A because because here, I know they're at the wrong house, and that shouldn't happen. But at the same time, the reality is they're given an address to go check on a kid. But, you know, like, I don't know, there may be other steps that they could have done, run this person to the system, see the last known addresses. There may have been other steps. And if there's obvious steps there that they just shortcutted, then yes, the grade should be lower. But if not, on the surface, it seems like, hey, just go knock on this door and make sure everything's okay. Seems like that's what she was there to do. And when she did see that the kids were okay, she started to clue in on, you know, maybe something's not what we think it is here. She said, all right, we're out. She didn't back up her partner 100% in an aggressive manner like we've seen other officers do. So, you know, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. I'll give her a B, but I'm not quite sure how she should have handled it differently if she was working on the best information that she had. So let's go next with the homeowner, right? A tough one. Kelly, what do you think?
I want to give him a C, like just average. I mean, I feel for him that he didn't deserve to be disrespected with the baby mama comment. He certainly didn't deserve the eat a dick comment. That being said, he didn't make the whole situation better. I think he could have said less and had the interaction be a lot shorter and had that like expend less negative energy from his day and time and his family and his kids, and the kids knew he was screaming. And you know, I'm sure that wasn't a great conversation to then have with his wife and stuff like that. So I feel like he could have handled it better as well.
Yep. Shahina?
I agree that he could have handled it better, but I don't know what else someone with his type of experience and his race would do in that situation. So for that reason, I would give him A-. So given his 8 years of military service, given that he has criminal justice background and masters in it, and he knew his rights, I don't think he did anything wrong. I know, like, people tend to, like, for us, we tend to think of what would happen if we play this in court and, like, judges are watching. But, like, what about other people in that community? They're like, we have been harassed by our police officer all the time. They just want a reason to barge into our house, look for stuff.
Totally.
So I feel bad for him. I know he got a little aggressive, but once he started recording, I think he calmed down a little bit, too, because he knew he was on video.
Yep.
So I think for that reason, I would give him A-.
I'm going to give him a B. How do you get an A? You either get an A by like not engaging at all, but this is an innocent guy. Like, he knew he wasn't in trouble for anything. He didn't do anything. So the human sort of tendency is to not just shut down. Like, you got to engage with them and figure out why they're at your house. And the way you get an A then is to do it with a cool manner, right? To not insert yourself as sort of this third party is almost what he was doing. Like, he's like, look, they did this, they did that. Just maintain a cool head and you know, they will quickly figure out that they're wrong. Because he knew that they were wrong. As soon as they started explaining Gabrielle and 14, he knew. There was no question in his mind the cops were wrong. It was just on him to show them that they were wrong. And you can do that in a really sort of aggressive manner that draws this out, or you can just factually show them, you're at the wrong house, guys. And that's how, in my opinion, he would have gotten A. Hard to blame him, though. I still think, you know, nobody deserves to knock on the door and be accused, you know, sort of like he was. All right, guys, there you have it. I think this was a tough one. Like, things unfolded in real time. I wasn't quite sure what was going on for a minute there, but I think we got it all figured out in the end. So this will be our last video sort of before the holidays. So happy holidays, everyone. Thank you for watching.